Hello बच्चों, let's see the question. Ovulation in the human female normally takes place during the menstrual cycle. And the options are A. At the mid-secretory phase. B option is just before the end of secretory phase. C option is at the beginning of the proliferative phase. And D option is at the end of the proliferative phase. So, menstrual cycle, it is a 28-day cycle. And during this, there are certain changes, cyclic changes, which occur in the ovary and the uterus of female, of primates. It means the females of human beings and the apes and monkeys. So, in the ovary and uterus, there will be cyclic changes, which will repeat in the next month. So, during the menstrual cycle, if we start this menstrual cycle or represent this cycle in form of a pie chart, so the first day of menstrual cycle is the phase or the day when the bleeding starts. So 2 to 5 days means from 1st to 5th days there will be the bleeding phase or the menstruation phase. So it is the menstruation phase. Now from 5th day to the ovulation, which occurs at the mid of the menstrual cycle, and the mid of menstrual cycle will be the 14th day. So this period from the 5th day to the 14th day, it is called the follicular phase or the proliferative phase. Now during this phase there will be the development of follicles in the ovary. So development of follicle is associated with follicular phase. Now the follicle, which has been transformed into the mature form or the Graafian follicle, what will happen that just before the 14th day there will be LH surge. It means there will be sudden increase in the level of LH hormone, and this targets the Graafian follicle from which the secondary oocyte now gets released. So this is called ovulation, and ovulation occurs generally at the mid of the menstrual cycle. So the 14th day will be the midday of the menstrual cycle, and from this day onward there will be the beginning of luteal phase, and during this phase there will be the development of corpus luteum and the increased level of progesterone will be monitored in female's body. So now if we look at the options here, so ovulation, it means the release of secondary oocyte from the ovary. So it occurs during the menstrual cycle, and the options are at the mid secretory phase. So secretory phase is the another name of luteal phase. So it is not the right statement because ovulation does not takes place at the mid of the secretory phase. So it is not the right option. Then B option is just before the end of secretory phase. So if the secretory phase is ending, then menstruation will begin and there will be the beginning of menstruation phase. So it is not the right answer. Now the C option is at the beginning of the proliferative phase. No, at the beginning of proliferative phase, it means there will be the starting of development of follicles. So this is also the wrong option. Now the end of proliferative phase. So proliferative phase is also known as the follicular phase. So it is another name for follicular phase. Now we can see from this pie chart that when this follicular phase or the proliferative phase is ending, then there is ovulation. So ovulation occurs at the end of proliferative phase. So this is the right option here. So option D is the right answer. All the best, bachcho.